Have you ever heard about an island so remote, it's considered the most isolated inhabited land in the world? Let's journey together to Tristan da Cunha, a small archipelago lost in the vast expanse of the South Atlantic Ocean. This volcanic outpost is a staggering 2,000 miles from the nearest mainland, South Africa, and over 1,200 miles from its nearest neighbor, St. Helena. Picture an island so remote that it's accessible only by a 7-day voyage by sea. No airport, no quick flights. A place where the modern world's hustle and bustle is but a distant echo. The island's inhabitants, fewer than 300 in number, eke out a living in this harsh, isolated environment, their lives governed by the rhythms of the sea and the seasons. They are a resilient community, descendants of shipwreck survivors, adventurers, and even a hand-picked group of women from St. Helena. In this setting of extreme isolation, the islanders have developed a unique way of life. They rely heavily on subsistence farming, with each family allotted a plot of land. Fishing is a mainstay, with the bounty of the Atlantic providing a rich source of food. But the islanders' peaceful existence belies a turbulent history. For Tristan da Cunha has been a silent witness to countless shipwrecks, its treacherous waters and jagged coastline an unforgiving snare for unsuspecting mariners. One such shipwreck, the story of which we are about to delve into, left a profound mark on the island and its inhabitants. The year was 1885. The American full-rigger Mabel Clark, laden with a cargo of coal, was en route from Philadelphia to San Francisco. The ship was swallowed by a ferocious storm, only to be spat out onto Tristan da Cunha's rocky shores. But this haven of isolation would soon become a scene of a horrific maritime disaster. The story of the Mabel Clark and its crew is one of survival against all odds, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. But that, dear listeners, is a tale for another scene. In the year 1885, an American vessel named Mabel Clark set sail for South America. The ship was a symbol of hard work and determination, its steel hull cutting through the waves with a cargo full of coal. The crew, a robust bunch of seafarers, were blissfully unaware of the tragic fate that awaited them. They embarked on their journey with hopes of smooth sailing and prosperous trade, their minds filled with dreams of the riches that awaited them on the other side of the ocean. The Mabel Clark was not just a ship, it was a moving fortress of commerce, carrying the black gold that powered the industries of the New World. Each lump of coal in its hold was a promise of warmth and energy, of progress and prosperity. Yet, beneath this promise, there lurked a foreboding reality. Unbeknownst to the crew, their voyage was about to take a perilous turn. As they ventured further into the open sea, a violent storm began to form. The skies darkened, and the waves grew fierce. The ship, once a symbol of strength and resilience, was now at the mercy of nature's wrath. The storm was relentless, battering the ship with gale-force winds and monstrous waves. Despite the crew's best efforts, the Mabel Clark was blown off course. The ship's compass, once a trusted guide, was now a spinning toy in the hands of the tempest. The crew, once masters of their fate, were now helpless passengers on a voyage steered by the storm. The Mabel Clark was being pushed further and further off its intended path, and towards a remote and isolated island in the South Atlantic Ocean, Tristan da Cunha. The crew could only watch in dread as the silhouette of the island grew larger on the horizon. They braced themselves for the inevitable, their hearts pounding in their chests. The Mabel Clark, a sturdy ship, was no match for the fierce storm and the merciless sea. Against the harsh elements, the Mabel Clark found herself a captive of the sea, shipwrecked on Tristan da Cunha. The ship, once a proud testament to man's defiance of nature, was now a shattered relic, torn asunder by the unforgiving waves and relentless winds. Imagine the scene, if you will, the once steady deck, now a shifting platform of chaos and despair. The crew, each man an experienced sailor, found their skills and courage tested beyond measure. The air filled with the deafening roars of the sea, the chilling screams of the wind, and the desperate cries of men facing their mortality. Amidst the turmoil, orders were shouted, desperate attempts to impose some semblance of order, but the sea was deaf to their pleas. As the Mabel Clark surrendered to the ocean's fury, the crew found themselves thrust into the icy water, a new battlefield where their enemy was the numbing cold and the relentless crushing waves. Panic reigned supreme as men fought for their lives. their only goal to keep their heads above the water's deadly embrace. The ship was lost, their voyage ended in disaster, but the fight for survival was just beginning. In the immediate aftermath of the shipwreck, the crew clung to the wreckage, their lifeline in the vast, cruel ocean. The once mighty Mabel Clark was now their sanctuary, its broken pieces a beacon of hope amidst the waves. Every breath was a victory, every heartbeat a testament to their determination. The struggle was harsh, the conditions brutal, but every man knew the stakes. It was a battle they could not afford to lose. With the dawn came the sight of land, Tristan da Cunha, a remote volcanic island, far from the shipping lanes and even further from any hope of rescue. The crew, battered and weary, found themselves washed ashore, survivors of the shipwreck, but now prisoners of the island's isolation. In the face of adversity, the shipwrecked crew found themselves stranded on the most isolated inhabited island in the world. Stranded on an unfamiliar land, the crew's survival instincts kicked into action. The island they found themselves marooned on was Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited island in the world. Yet, even in this isolation, they discovered a glimmer of hope. The crew, resourceful and determined, salvaged what they could from the wreck of the Mabel Clark. Timber, sails, even the ship's provisions were repurposed, utilized to aid in their survival. They built makeshift shelters from the wreckage, a small testament to their will to endure. But the island, harsh and unforgiving, presented its own challenges. Food was scarce and the weather unpredictable. Yet in the face of adversity, the islanders of Tristan da Cunha, a small community of just over 200 souls, did not turn a blind eye. They offered the crew food, shelter, and warmth. Their hospitality was an unexpected lifeline in a sea of uncertainty. Despite their own limited resources, they shared what they could, embodying the very essence of humanity. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The crew's hopes of rescue began to dwindle, but they never wavered in their determination. They adapted, learned to live off the land, and integrated into the island community. Then, the long-awaited day arrived. A ship appeared on the horizon, a speck against the vast ocean. After 7 grueling months, the crew of the Mabel Clark was finally rescued. Their survival was a testament to their resourcefulness, resilience, and the unwavering hospitality of the Tristan da Cunha Islanders. Against all odds, the crew of the Mabel Clark survived their ordeal, forever leaving their mark on Tristan da Cunha. The Mabel Clark shipwreck left a lasting legacy on Tristan da Cunha. This was not just a fleeting event, but a transformative moment in the island's history, touching every facet of life for its residents. The shipwreck brought new faces and cultures, creating a melting pot of traditions that still flavors the island today. The remnants of the Mabel Clark, both tangible and intangible, are woven into the fabric of the island. Physical artifacts, weathered by time and the relentless sea, can still be found scattered across its rocky shores. Pieces of the ship, fragments of cargo, and personal belongings of the crew have become a part of the island's landscape. These remnants serve as a constant reminder of the event, a visual echo of the past that has become part of the island's identity. But the legacy of the Mabel Clark is not solely confined to physical remnants. The shipwreck has had a profound influence on the island's culture and history. Stories of the fateful voyage, the shipwreck, and the survival of the crew have been passed down from generation to generation. These tales have shaped the island's folklore, and they continue to fuel the islanders' respect for the sea and its unpredictable nature. Moreover, the shipwreck has left a profound mark on the island's sense of community. The rescue and subsequent integration of the crew into the island society has strengthened the bond among the islanders, reinforcing their sense of unity and resilience. It's a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, of people banding together in the face of adversity. The Mabel Clark's tale of tragedy and survival remains a poignant part of Tristan da Cunha's rich history, a reminder of the power of the sea and the resilience of humanity. The shipwreck's legacy is etched deeply into the island's identity, a testament to the enduring strength of its people and their unyielding respect for the sea that both sustains and challenges them.